Hey guys, it's Elena and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a blue halo eye using Jeffree Star's BlueBlood palette. Now, I haven't used this palette. It's brand new. I just purchased it like a month ago, I think. And I've always wanted this palette because blue is one of my favorite colors. It's definitely like my first favorite color. So I did purchase it because I don't have a palette that has really good blues in it or all blues. So that's why I purchased it. Also, just a disclaimer, I feel like I have to say this. You can hate Jeffree Star, you cannot like him, that's fine. But if you are going to be disrespectful in the comments, your comment will be deleted. And if I see you come back again to leave another nasty comment, you'll be blocked. That's just how it is. I'm not allowing drama on my channel. I don't agree with anything that Jeffree Star has done or said. I don't agree with any of that. I am a beauty channel. I review makeup. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm doing. It's just about the makeup to me. So yes, again, like I said, I don't agree with the stuff that he's said or done, but I just review the makeup. So that out of the way, let's just get into this look. So first we're going to go in with Blue Monday, which is this shade here, and I'm going to use it to pack a circle. So I just stamp to the shape of my eye, and don't worry about it being messy because it is going to be blended out with more shades. So we're gonna switch to the Morphe and Jeffree Star brush, the JS12. This is a really good brush for blending and getting up in there. I'm going to dip into BlueBlood, which is this shade right here, and we are going to use that to blend above this shade and with this shade. So I'm going to stamp it there. Oh wow, I was not expecting it to be that pigmented. Shades are blending out really nicely with each other though, so that's a good thing. Alright, that's pretty good. So now we're going to take another shade. I'm going to dip into I'm Cold, which is this shade right here, and I'm going to take it right above both of these shades. I'm going to dip back into Blue Monday. Now we're going to dip back into BlueBlood. Flourishing is this beautiful teal shade right here. This is actually my favorite shade of blue. So I'm going to put this on the outer corner and just blend that. That's nice. It did add a little something there. And now we're going to add it to the inner. And blend it up with all the other shades so that it's seamless. Oh yeah, I like the way that this is looking. Now, because I wanted to look a little bit more lighter at the top, kind of like it's going into a gradient-ish, I'm going to go in with Minty, which is this shade right here. And we're going to blend it right above all of these shades. Yep, I like that. Okay, so now we're gonna dip back into Flourishing, which is that teal shade, and just add it back in the outer V and in the crease. And I'm going to bring it back in the inner corner and in the crease. Now I'm going to do the other eye. I'm going to cut my crease and then we'll come back to do the halo. Alright everybody, so I cut my crease with the same exact primer that I primed my eyelids with. Now we are going to go into making this halo shape. So you want to do a V type of tapered look. So I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush. This is the Morphe M222 from the Pride collection. And I'm gonna dip in with Blue Monday, which is that first shade that we used, and we're gonna flick it in like a V shape. Alright, so now using the same exact brush, we're gonna dip into BlueBlood. I didn't mention it, but the palette has a little bit of kick up in some of the shades, but it's not even a lot. I'm just kind of dragging the pigment to the outer V so they can take some of it away. Since it was like super pigmented, we want it to blend with each other. It looks pretty good in my opinion. Alright, so now we're going to dip into Flourishing, which was that teal shade. And we're just going to put it on our outer V. And in the inner corner. Alright, so now we have that like V shape and it's pretty blended out. So I'm gonna do the other eye and then we'll come back and add the shimmer. Alright, so now that both eyes are looking pretty much the same, we are gonna go in with our shimmer. I don't remember if I need to wet my brushes for Jeffree Star's shimmers or not. So we're gonna go in with Entitled Dry first. Oh, a lot picked up on here. This is the JS10 from the Morphe and Jeffree Star collection. This is a amazing brush for shimmers. Whoa, yeah. Don't have to wet your brush for that one. Alright, so now that that shade is all down, we're gonna go back in with a little brush. This one is the JH38 from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. These little tiny brushes are perfect for doing halo eyes. That's why I keep using the JH and JS brushes, because they're just, those are the perfect brushes and they're the smallest brushes that I have in my collection. So yeah, we're gonna dip into Flourishing, which is this teal shade, and we're going to like blend out the edges with it. So I'm just going in like a slant and flicking, and very lightly also. So I'm going to dip into Blue Monday with this brush and just lightly tap it and flick. These shades are amazing. They do lay down really nicely. They're super pigmented. They blend out very well. And you saw I used a couple of shades and they all blended out really well with each other and didn't, you know, turn muddy or anything. So I wanted the shade in the middle to pop a little bit more. So I went in on top of Entitled. I put Colinan, this white shade right here on top of it, and it made it look super icy. So I absolutely love it. It looks really gorgeous. I'm gonna do my eyebrows, add a lip, and then we'll come back and do the tight line and the inner corner. Alright guys, so we're back. For the lips, I used Juvia's Place Luxe Liner in So Rare, and I used Juvia's Place The Nudes Velvety Matte Lipstick in the shade Toffee. This is from the Chocolates. I love this shade and I love this liner together. I did film a video swatching all of these. If you haven't seen it already, I'll card it above so you can go check it out. So to tight line, I'm taking the smallest pencil brush that I have. This is the JH39 brush, and we are going to dip into I'm going to dip into Flourishing, this teal shade, because like I said, it's my favorite shade and it's not really prominent in this look, so I wanted to pop out a little bit more. I like that. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye and add mascara, then we'll come back. I'll add my highlights and then tell you guys how I feel about the palette. Alright, so we need to add inner corner. I completely forgot. So we're going to go in with Crystal Fetish, which is this shade right here, and we're gonna put that in our inner corner, and I'm using the JH39 that we used to tightline. I also went and added Blue Monday in with that shade just so that it all looked seamless, because it looked a little weird with just Flourishing there. Alright guys, well here's the final look. Definitely let me know what you think down below. I am a little obsessed with this look. I love it so much. Blue is one of my favorite colors, like I said. This look just looks so pretty. I just love the whole halo eye thing right now. It's stunning. I can't believe I haven't tried this before. But anyway, let's talk about the palette. So first I want to let you guys know that I highlighted my face with Jeffree Star's Brain Freeze palette, and I used Freeze Tag first and then Cold Shoulder on top of that. That's why it looks super wet and blinding. And then I did the same up here. I did Cold Shoulder first and then Freeze Tag, and I look like an ice cube, and I freaking love it. So yeah, I love this look so much. It looks so good. Okay, now the palette. I love the components. This whole coffin thing is just gorgeous. I love it so much. It is bulky, and it's going to be a little, like, you know, tough to store. I literally have nowhere to put it right now. But I'm gonna get like floating shelves or something and put it there. But the shades in here that we used, so we used Blue Monday, Flourishing, Blue Blood, Minty, and I'm Cold. That's 5. Then we used Crystal Fetish, we used Entitled, and we used Colinan. So we used quite a few shades. I lost count. So we used quite a few shades that are in here, and they all performed really, really well. None of them were patchy. They were all easy to blend out. They all laid down really well. They're all super pigmented, only a little bit of kick up in the pans and not even a lot. I didn't experience any like fallout on my face either, and I did my base first, so that's a really good thing. But yeah, I really do love this palette. I can definitely see myself using it a lot because I do love blues, and I don't have anything like this in my collection, so I am loving this palette. I do think that it's worth the money. If you're looking for some nice blues, then I would recommend this palette. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you did, and definitely subscribe if you have not already, because I'm going to be doing a lot more crazy colorful bold looks like this. I didn't put on lashes today because I didn't feel like wearing lashes today, but I used the Beautyforreal HI-DEF mascara and my lashes look amazing, so I didn't feel like I needed it anyway. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful, fantabulous day and stay safe out there. Bye.